Welcome back to our channel. My name is Rachel.
I'm Javier.
And this is Lucille. And we are the Landa fam. So today we're going to be revealing the official name of baby girl Landa over here, and other names that we planned on using but we ended up not using. So if you guys want to hear what her name is going to be, make sure you keep watching.
So, you guys ready for the big reveal? Drum roll, please.
Okay, do you want to say it or do you want me to say it?
You say it.
Okay, so it is one of the names that we mentioned in our gender reveal video. So we officially decided on McKenna Rose.
Yay!
So it did take us a while to officially decide on her name because we were thinking about spelling and also possible nicknames that could be given to her that we possibly wouldn't like or that we would strongly dislike. So that's why it took us so long to pick a name. But her official name is McKenna, and it's going to be spelled M-C-K-E-N-N-A, and that is the Irish spelling, and it means son of the handsome one, and it's actually except daughter. Anyways, so it's Irish and it's actually an Irish surname. So there was different ways to spell it. There was like a one with a M-A-K, and that's, I think it said it was like African or something, and that meant happy one. But I have a thing for Irish names, and it just so happened that when I dreamt of this name, because that's how we got the name, is I dreamt with it and I couldn't get it out of my head, and I kept telling Javier, I dreamt with this name and it's so weird. It's been a couple of days. I haven't heard this name before. And it turned out to be an Irish name. So I thought that was really cool. So that's why we decided to go with the MCK spelling, because it's the way the Irish did it.
So now onto her middle name, Rose. We chose Rose just because we kind of like the way it sounds together. McKenna Rose.
Yeah, and it's like super simple and delicate. So that's why we really liked it.
One of the reasons why it took us so long to choose a middle name, I think we pretty much already had the first name down.
Yeah.
It was the middle name that was giving us trouble, and the main reason is because we didn't want people calling her weird names that we didn't want her to be called. Like, especially if you speak Spanish.
Yeah, because we're Mexican, guys. So we had to think about that as well.
Yeah. So in Spanish, if your name is Rose, one of the nicknames is Rosa or Rosita, and just no.
Yeah, this is seriously, guys, this is no offense to anybody if you are called by Rosa or Rosita. That is, I mean, that's
that's totally okay.
Yeah, that's totally okay. It's just we personally did not like it.
Yeah.
Yeah. We didn't want her being called Rosa or Rosita. I just don't like the way it sounds. Even when I was a little girl and other girls had that name, and I'm talking about like when I was like 5-6 years old, I didn't like the way it sounded. And yeah, like my mom's name is Rosario, and she was never called any of those nicknames. She's like, I don't like those nicknames either. So they say people would even call her Rosie. People still actually call her Rosie. So that's a nickname that we're okay with. For McKenna, it's like Kenna, or I mean, I don't.
Kenna.
Yeah, I don't want people calling her like Mick or something. I'm okay with Kenna. And I don't know if it's rude, guys. Like, let us know what you think in the comments. Is it rude to tell people that come up with their own nicknames for your kids that you don't like it and not to call them that? Like, is that rude? I don't know. Just let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Yeah, so that's why it took us so long to decide on a middle name. The first name we were still strongly considering Lena Rose. I think it was always between McKenna and Lena Rose. But officially, Javi's the one that decided that he wanted to go with McKenna, which I was a little bit surprised that he liked that name. Because when I told him that I dreamt with it, he was like, that's weird. And I was like, well, do you like it? He's like, yeah. So I can never tell with him because that's like his response to everything. He's like, yeah, that's okay. But yeah, so he officially chose her first name. And then it really grew on me. I started to like it a lot more than Lena Rose because I didn't want people calling her Lena Rosa in Spanish. I have to think about that too. Yeah, that's why we decided to go with that. And
also, Lena Landa just sounds kind of funny.
Yeah, so guys, literally because I did not want people calling her McKenna Rosa or Rosita, we were not going to go with that middle name. So here are the other middle names that we were going to go with just because we didn't want people to call her Rosa or Rosita. So the first one is going to be Eloise. I really like Eloise. It's such a classic name. Like I mentioned in the baby names that I like but won't be using, I love classic and vintage names. And Eloise definitely is a vintage baby girl name.
The other one was Edith. I didn't really like it.
He never told me that. He never told me.
It's okay, but it just, McKenna Edith just doesn't have the same flow to it as McKenna Rose, and I just like.
Yeah, I really liked Edith because of Edith Piaf.
Who's that?
She's like a French singer back in the day. Yeah. I just thought it was, again, a super classic baby name, and also I felt like it was a name that you can't really chop up and give a crazy nickname to. So that's why I really like that one too. Another one was Eleanor, and this was more my thing. He was just like, I don't like Eleanor, period. So that was, I was like, her name's going to be McKenna Eloise Edith Eleanor Landa, like a true Mexican. I would also like to mention, guys, that a lot of the names that we chose because they're not on more popular names. So if it's in like the top 300, it's considered a more popular name. So that is why we didn't opt for certain names. Not that we didn't like them or that we weren't in love with them, but only because that just means that because it's so popular, more people have it. So
we wanted her name to be unique.
Yeah, but I actually looked up McKenna, and it is in the top 300. Yeah, it's like, it just depends on how you spell it. But we just really like it, and I haven't heard or met anybody with that name. Before I dreamt with it, I had never heard it before. So it's unique for us, so that's why we decided to go with it, and we really like it, and we just think that McKenna Rose Landa, just, it flows nice and it just goes with our other kids' names.
What she said.
Alright guys, so there you have it. That is going to be our baby girl's name. I hope that you guys enjoyed this video, and if you did, make sure that you give it a thumbs up and make sure that you hit the subscribe button and become part of the Landa fam. And we will see you next time.
Bye.